What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, every language, every HBO. And you can check them out on all the information that's needed on laybacktv.com. Check it out, LAYBACKTV.com. And you can ask all the personal questions you like about the service on their Instagram on official_layback.tv. You can download it on your iPhones, on the Apple Store, and on your Androids on the Play Store. Or you can have it at home on your Fire Stick. Now, let's get into some wrestling talk. Whoa! Holy shit. Yo, Wrestlepalooza. Can you fucking believe it? Wrestlepalooza. Just to get out of the way. You know, I know they were competing, Wrestlepalooza and All Out. Okay, AEW All Out. I would definitely have to say, you know, great matches. I'll be quick with AEW All Out because there's a lot to unpack for WWE. My top 3 matches, I would definitely have to give it Mark Briscoe versus MJF. Fire match. Holy shit. Tables and tacks. Look, they should have just said tacks. It was mostly tacks, but holy shit. That was a match. You know, shout out to MJF putting over Mark Briscoe. I would definitely have to say the 4-way AEW Women's Championship match. My pick won, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chris Statlander. God damn, she's sexy. New AEW Women's Champion and the first woman to hold the AEW Women's World Title and the TBS title. Shout out to Chris Statlander. And I would definitely give it the main event. Hangman Adam Page and Kyle Fletcher. AEW World Championship. Yo, Kyle's going places. Holy shit, he's that nigga. I'll give him that. So, shout out to them. So, let's get into some Wrestlepalooza. Now, Wrestlepalooza, we're going to rate every match, okay, and what happened. We are going to not only rate the matches, we're going to go ring gear of the night. We're going to go ring gear of the night, entrance of the night, MVP of the night, and match of the night, okay? So, first match, opening match, it was Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I rated it a 4. Holy shit. If anything, this was the quickest Lesnar versus Cena match in history. And now Lesnar is 5-2 against John Cena. Now they said that there's no actual talks of doing a rematch with Brock Lesnar and John Cena, which makes me wonder, what do you do with Brock now? You know, he came back for one guy. He got that one guy in the ring at WrestlePalooza, demolished him, 7 F5s. What do you do now? My opinion, I think the next time we see him is going to be probably Survivor Series War Games, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I rated that match a 4. So, next match was the Usos taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed of the Vision, and guest referee out of nowhere, which I like that, LA Knight. Now, I gotta admit, LA Knight was a funny fucking referee. Gotta give it to him. But something happened in that match, and Jey Uso ended up getting sliced up in the head by accident when he swung that chair. But Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, those were my picks, and they pulled off the win. So shout out to Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I still think they're going to be probably close to winning the tag team championships on Raw. Could be. I would just say that. Next match was Stephanie Vaquer taking on Io Sky for the Women's World Championship, vacated by Naomi due to a pregnancy. So shout out to Naomi. My pick won. Stephanie Vaquer is the new Women's World Champion. I think that match was fire. That was a fire match. Very slow build, but Triple H did state that Stephanie Vaquer got ill over the past few weeks, and they couldn't do a big build for the match. But hey, they still fought. they still promised us the match, and we ended up getting it. So shout out to Stephanie Vaquer. She's going places. To be able to say that you were on NXT, you were NXT Women's Champion, NXT North American Women's Champion, and now Women's World Champion all in the same year, that says something. So shout out to her. I rated that match a 4 as well. Now, the next match was the mixed tag team. CM Punk and his wife AJ Lee taking on the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins and his lovely wife, the Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. I rated that match a 4.5. That match was very entertaining, very very good build, I would definitely say. I would say also, like, CM Punk and Seth going at it was fire. AJ Lee getting that tag finally. She did well. I mean, she was able to take these bumps. The bumps on the table, that was good. A couple of those little slips here and there with Seth Rollins, slipping AJ Lee. Yo, I swear, they were trying to keep her out of that ring. But in all fairness, AJ Lee held her own, submitted Becky Lynch. CM Punk and AJ Lee end up handing Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch the first loss they ever had as a tag team. So shout out to them. That rated at a 4.5. Main event, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, taking on the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE title. Long-awaited win. Long-awaited match. I mean, last time they fought was about, I want to say, almost 3 years ago. Drew McIntyre handed Cody Rhodes his first loss coming back to the WWE. And Cody ended up, dodging a big Claymore that, would have put his head through a table. Injury to Drew McIntyre, and we got a crossroads that led Cody Rhodes to retain the undisputed WWE Championship, which I rated this match a 4.5. Now, Drew was my pick, but apparently the word is that Drew and Cody were both suggesting Randy Orton give a accidental punk kick to Cody to cost him the title. If that would have happened, I would have rated this match a fucking 5-star, but that's just me. Now, ring gear of the night. Definitely gotta give it to ring gear is gonna go to John Cena. I was digging the John Cena ring gear. Basically in the same colors of the Indiana Pacers in his retirement tour, so shout out to them. The Usos, definitely the Usos. Usos got their updated gear, you know what I mean, back with a new shirt, yeeting since day one-ish, you know what I'm saying? They came with the gear, the camouflage gear, the same gear that Jay and Jimmy, they separately have in their solo careers, but same colors, so I give it to them. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, I was digging their gear. Also, their leather jackets coming to the ring. Yo, it gave me nothing but Rick Steiner vibes, with the spikes. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Stephanie Vaquer, loved her gear. That devilish gear, that was sexy as hell. Shout out to her. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, yo, they both came with this purple gear that looked like the Ooze guy from the Power Rangers movie. That was dope. They always have the best gear, especially Seth. But, now that they get to do it together, it's fucking fire. CM Punk, yo, he had CM Punk basically had his regular tights, his regular jacket, but everything was basically handing it over to the style for AJ Lee. I mean, his jacket said AJ's husband. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. Shout out to CM Punk on that one. Cody Rhodes always has the best gear. You know what I mean? The robe, everything is always dope, yo. I can't even imagine how much it costs to keep giving him different ring gear. Drew McIntyre had the dope ring gear. I give him that. So those are everybody who had the best ring gear. Entrances of the night. I know they had like a Titantron on the floor, for Wrestlepalooza and everything. So these are the people who I think fucking killed it with that. The entrances I gave it to was Brock Lesnar's, fire. Stephanie Vaquer's, fire. Seth and Becky's, fire. And Cody Rhodes. Obviously, Cody always has the dopest entrance. MVPs of the night. I definitely want to give a shout out to Paul Heyman, MVP of the night. Just popped up out of nowhere in the opening match with Lesnar and Cena to introduce Brock Lesnar like he was back as his advocate. That was dope. Just came out of nowhere. LA Knight, he's definitely MVP. Yo, the way he was being the referee is like, hey, you don't use the chair. Alright, whatever. He didn't give a fuck. I love it. He's dope. Stephanie Vaquer, definitely a good moment for her. Shout out to Stephanie Vaquer winning the Women's World Championship and embraced her dad who was there to witness it, because I'm a girl dad as well. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Shout out to her dad. Got to witness his daughter win the Women's World title. Love it. AJ Lee, great return. Fire. Big pop. So I give it to that. I give it to AJ Lee on that one. And match of the night, I'm going to give it to CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I think that was match of the night. And we can't go finish Wrestlepalooza that made their ESPN debut, right? Which is interesting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think this debut was a little bit better than Netflix, little complications here and there. I don't like when they censor the fans when they curse. It's organic. They shouldn't do that. ESPN is interesting. I'm still trying to figure it out, but it's interesting. But let's shout out the woman of the night who got a moment of the night, courtesy of The Undertaker. Stephanie McMahon is now the first entry for the 2026 Hall of Fame. Shout out to her. And here's the kicker, right? 2026, she's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, finally. 30 years ago, her grandfather, Vince McMahon Sr., back in 96, was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So 30 years, and the second McMahon is going to be inducted. So shout out to Steph. But before we get out of here, we got a couple things that we got updated on. There's going let's talk about Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel, holy shit! We already got certain matches set for Crown Jewel. Stephanie Vaquer, right? She's going to be at Crown Jewel to fight for the Crown Jewel Women's Championship, but she has to face the Women's Champion over at SmackDown, and that right there will be the winner of Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax in their triple threat for the Women's Championship. I don't know who's going to pull it off, but I could see maybe Jade or Tiffany, one of those. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Oh, we got John Cena taking on AJ Styles. The fans wanted it. They're going to get it. Cena versus Styles at Crown Jewel. Hey, that's what's going to happen. What else we got? Can't forget this. Cody Rhodes is going to be at Crown Jewel as well. Seth Rollins will be at Crown Jewel. It's already established. Crown Jewel Championship for the men's. It's undisputed WWE Champion Seth Rollins. Undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. The World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. Going at it for a fourth time. And they already got started on Raw with their promos. You know what I mean? Seth Rollins in the past hasn't beaten Cody. WrestleMania 38, he lost. Backlash after, he lost. Hell in a Cell, while Cody had a torn pec injury, Cody got the win. Seth needs this. It's a must win for him. What else we got? Jey Uso looking like he's turning possibly heel. It'll be weird because we're not going to get no more yeeting in the crowd. I mean, it'll be interesting. But let's see. If there's one person that I feel like it will be more effective for him to make a heel turn, it will be not on LA Knight, probably his own brother. So then this time we get Jey Uso as the heel and Jimmy Uso as the babyface, and that could actually help Jimmy's solo career. Give a little levitation to it. Asuka and Kairi Sane turn on Io Sky and threw Miss in Rhea Ripley's face. I could be wrong, but it looked like we're going to get a tag team match possibly come Crown Jewel. And I think that would make sense because Rhea has to be at Crown Jewel. If not for a championship, she has to be at Crown Jewel. It's going to be in Perth, which is in Australia, which is her home country. Gotta have it. Last time they were in Perth, she was in the main event, defending the Women's World Championship. Killing it. What else we got before we get out of here? There's been talks that Dominic Mysterio is possibly going to be one of 4 opponents for the last 4 appearances for John Cena. That'll be interesting to see how they squeeze that in. Because he has 2 Raws, right? 2 Raw appearances after Crown Jewel, Survivor Series, and Saturday night's main event. It's going to be interesting to see, because if they do give him Dom, who wins? And before we get out of here, last thing, we already got word that a Macho Man Randy Savage biopic film is being created with Kenan Thompson producing. That'll be interesting. Makes me wonder, are they going to put in the personal issues that he had with Hulk Hogan? Are they going to get into what happened with Lex Luger and Miss Elizabeth? Or are they going to show, a moment when he had a heart attack while he was driving in Florida? It'll be interesting to see what this biopic is going to be. But that's all we got. I'm your boy Eddie Jax. This is Drop That Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page, like it. You already know what the fuck to do. Comment if you want. We already know. We respond to everyone. All right? Y'all be safe, all right? Be easy. Peace!